Alright, so we're back. I'm gonna go check out the red door this time.
Now listen carefully. This is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
What?
Good, good. Now, if you don't mind, there's something I'd like to show you. But to do that, I think it would be best for us to start from the beginning.
Stanley Parable.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
The death? What?
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. His job pushing buttons demanded little of him, so there was not much of himself to give. And in this way, Stanley's job felt less and less like his every day. But if buttons need pushing one day, it means they'll need pushing the next and then the next. So, without question or judgment, Stanley continued to do what the screen told him.
P.
One keystroke flowed into another keystroke, flowed into his ride home, flowed into dinner,
J.
flowed into waking up, flowed into going to work, and here he was again. Stanley was typing out a complete sentence that said absolutely nothing at all.
Oh!
If in reality no one ever actually disappeared from the office, and Stanley never got the opportunity to make a decision, to choose which path he wanted to take, would his life still have any meaning? Perhaps when we long for something deeply enough, these hopes and fantasies become so strong in our minds that we truly believe that we're there, controlling that person, and living that adventure. To manipulate your own thoughts and emotions might mean freedom from a self-imposed prison. But these
spend some time with the guys.
Those who can't tell the difference. And so, Stanley
John isn't a guy.
If that door never opened, if I'll never be able to walk away from those people and from these buttons, is this life still worth experiencing? Am I actually happy? Stanley answered this question by pushing a button.
Please die.
He pushed a button. And then he pushed a button.
A button.
Then he pushed a button.
A button.
Then he pushed a button.
A button. Is that it? Wow. So I think that there's one more. I think one more ending. The boss. So how do we get there? I forgot. I think it's
Stanley decided to go to the staff lounge to check on his co-workers.
Yeah, so let's go.
He never functioned well.
Yes, so it's upstairs. So I have to go follow this narrator's guide's rules.
Solitude was terrifying to him.
Let's
when
go this
Stanley
way.
Came to a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his
left. Yeah. I get it. Wait, you see that thing needs some. Wait, what is that? An AC? An air vent? There's no hole right there, so.
As Stanley entered the lounge, he was horrified to find not a single person here. He decided he would walk up to see his boss, hoping that he would find an answer there.
Oh, ow. Jerk. Alright, so let's go up this time.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Hello. He's not here.
Entering his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. It was at this point that he began to feel dizzy and a little sick, and even thought he might pass out when suddenly he noticed a keypad next to the filing cabinet in the corner of his boss's office. Stanley had never seen this panel before and had no idea what combination of numbers would produce any result. In fact, only Stanley's boss knew this, since the panel withheld access to the boss's greatest, darkest secret. And so he had assigned the keypad a combination that only he could possibly know. The number of his freshman dorm number in college. 1957. But of course, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad,
so how does the narrator know?
Code by sheer luck. Amazing. Stanley ventured forth into the newly opened passage.
How does the narrator know it? Are they like best friends?
Deeper into the bowels of the building.
Bowels. I haven't heard that word in forever.
Or what this place held. And just as he began to think he might not
discover
a thing, he emerged into a long room to find.
Whoa.
rows
Hey, that's me right there.
and rows
427.
of monitors. Screens with a number above it. Stanley noticed, however, that these were not random numbers, but the number of employees who worked in the building, his co-workers. Even his own number, 427, had a place on the wall. But why a setup so elaborate, he asked. Was this simple surveillance,
Probably.
or something even more? And as if in answer to his question, the wall slid open before him, revealing the ultimate truth of the situation.
Whoa. What?
An enormous control panel, Stanley discovered, but not one that controlled simple machinery. Buttons were labeled with emotions.
Buttons.
Happy, sad. Levers and knobs controlled actions. Walking, eating, doing work, or watching TV. Every input on this device monitored not the functions of a machine, but of a human being.
Look at that.
And reality began to sink in. Stanley, like so many other people, reduced to images on a monitor, had been under someone's control, always at the mercy of this machine.
What's this?
Could this have been the only reason employee number 427 was content with his boring job? That a machine had altered his emotions to accept it blindly? He began to feel an unbridled rage, and at the peak of his anger, something happened. A spark. Stanley looked up and saw the generator overhead, still providing some small amount of power to the machine, keeping it alive. And knowing that this generator was all that kept the controls running, Stanley moved to the ladder in the
How do I get off?
And began to climb towards the rafters.
How do I get off? Yeah, I'm kind of stuck here. Oh, never mind. Oh man. What's going on up there? I'll save you.
The higher Stanley climbed, the closer he felt to freedom, the further from enslavement.
I'm coming. Wait, what's this? I'm just saying. This is a door, obviously. Disable it. Disable. Yeah. Is that... what? What?
Blackness.
Oh.
Power gone. All alone. And then...
Is it freedom?
As he stepped through the door into
Freedom!
the fresh outside air, a feeling of liberation rushed through Stanley's body.
Yeah!
He had seen power. He had seen enslavement. And he had destroyed it.
Destroyed it!
The underling was in control now. He had found his leading role.
Yeah, I did.
Stanley never discovered why everyone had gone missing, nor how and when he had come under the machine's control. But it didn't upset him terribly, because he knew that this was how things were meant to happen. All he felt was a delight unlike any he had ever known before.
Wow.
Never again would he follow someone else's orders without question. Never again would anyone tell Stanley where to go,
What to do, or how to feel.
No more bosses. No more instructions on a screen. Stanley decides for himself now. And he stepped out into the world, and he felt the cool breeze upon his skin, and Stanley
Was happy.
was happy.
Was that it? I think that was it. Yeah! Wow, so that was a pretty good game. Yeah, so thank you guys for watching. If you guys want me to do more stuff like this, tell me down below, and I'll try to find like another map or something I could do. I really enjoyed this, and like I said, if you want to play this for yourself, link will be down below. Thank you guys for watching, and of course, if you want more, tell me down below, and I will see you guys next time. Tech Squad, roll out!